Yo, imagine this. A car so rare that only about 652 to 714 units were ever produced, powered by a legendary 426 Hemi V8 engine, putting out 425 horsepower, powerful enough to hold its own against many of today's modern sports cars. This isn't just any car, it's an American legend. We're talking about a ride that redefined the muscle car era, a beast capable of hitting 0 to 60 in just 5.8 seconds. Buckle up, because this ride didn't just change the game, it rewrote the rules. Today, we're diving deep into its incredible story. Muscle cars, man. They're the heartbeat of American culture. Back in the day, it was all about power, freedom, and making some noise. These machines represented rebellion, the open road, and the thrill of pushing limits. And let me tell you, today we're talking about one of the rarest, wildest examples of that golden era. It's got the spirit of American performance written all over it. All right, let's get into it. Say hello to the 1970 Plymouth Hemi Cuda. Yeah, you heard that right. The Cuda was a car like no other, and with around 652 to 714 ever built, depending on the source, it was an exclusive ticket to the most unhinged ride of the 70s. Plymouth went all in, designing it to dominate the streets and drag strips, throwing in a beastly 426 Hemi V8 under the hood. These guys knew they weren't just building a car, they were building a legend. Aggressive looks, that shaker hood, and an exhaust that could make your neighbor's windows rattle. The Hemi Cuda was the poster child for American muscle. Now here's where things start to heat up like a set of smoking rear tires. The heart of the Cuda, its Hemi engine, was rated at 425 horsepower. But let's be real, everyone knew it was capable of way more. Dyno tests and accounts from enthusiasts at the time suggested it could produce upwards of 450 to 500 horsepower, making it even more formidable than its official rating. This car wasn't here to play games. In 1970, it took over drag strips across the country with notable wins at events like the NHRA Nationals, establishing itself as one of the meanest, most feared machines out there. Imagine lining up at a stoplight next to one of these. If you had anything less, you might as well just wave the white flag. It had the kind of torque and horsepower combo that left everyone talking, and it redefined what muscle was all about. This car was basically daring everyone else to keep up. Even today, the legend of the Hemi Cuda lives strong. It's revered by car enthusiasts and collectors alike as the ultimate expression of muscle car culture. With only a few surviving, these cars are now auctioning for millions, and it's not just about the rarity, it's about what they represent. Jay Leno, high-profile collectors, you name it, they all want a piece of this history in their garage. It's more than a car. It's a rolling icon of what made America's muscle car era so unforgettable. The 1970 Hemi Cuda? Nah, it's not just another muscle car. It's a symbol of an era when American automotive excellence was all about pushing boundaries and dropping jaws. Its raw power, limited production numbers, and undeniable cultural impact make it a true icon. Whether you're here for the performance, the aggressive styling, or just the sheer audacity, the Hemi Cuda is up there in the Hall of Fame of American car history. All right, Cartoons family, if you're as hyped about muscle cars as we are, drop your favorite muscle car story in the comments. We genuinely love hearing from fellow gearheads. Whether it's a story about your first muscle car, an unforgettable race, or just a car that made you fall in love with horsepower. And while you're at it, don't forget to smash that subscribe button and keep the engine roaring with us. Trust us, you won't want to miss out. We've got plenty more tales of power, speed, and history coming your way. From legendary races to underdog stories of muscle cars that defied the odds, we're just getting started. Let's ride and make some noise together.